Sup. Sup. Today I'm gonna make some underwear for my 1896 project that I'm gonna make on my 1896 machine. I'm gonna make a pair of combinations. Combinations are, as the word suggests, a combination of chemise and drawers that became quite popular in the end of the 19th century. Brain worky hard. I think they look really cool and really nice. I'm basing this one on an 1890s to 1900-ish example from the Met, the one that everyone bases theirs on. I mean, it's really good, it's really nice. It's very pretty. So, here's the plan. I'm going to making a pair of combinations. I've planned out where I'm going to put the insertion lace. I've planned out my pattern, which I have copied from Agnes Walker's book, and I'll be using the women's knickerboxers pattern and just a plain bodice top connected by the waistband. And we'll figure out the insertion lace later. Let's get drafting. Also, can you tell I cut my hair by myself in the bath at 11 o'clock at night? Lockdown number 3. 3, baby. Okay, let's get drafting. See if the waistband actually fits. Oh yeah, that's fine. Bit of overlap as well for the closure. I'm gonna French seam the side seams of the top just to get that out of the way, and then I can start laying the lace down and figuring out that stuff. Let's go. So I've got this book here that is a reproduction of a book that's called Dressmaking Up to Date, and it was published in 1905. So it's a really good source for dressmaking techniques and like how to make all of these kind of things. I found a little bit about insertion lace, which I thought was kind of nice, that says, ordinarily, the lace would be machine stitched in place, but when time and patience may be depended upon, the lace may be held to the waist by using the imitation hem stitch or fagot stitching. I have no idea how to say that. I am now hand stitching it to mine because it's scalloped lace. I only have a strict stitch on my machine, and I don't think I could maneuver it enough to machine stitch this one. There we go. The lace should be pinned on the waist in the desired design, then basted with small stitches very close to the edge. Cut away the material that lies under the lace, leaving only 1/8 of an inch inside the basting at each side. Turn back this edge and work the fagoting stitch through the foundation material and this turn back edge together and across the edge of the lace. Good morning. Today I am gonna finish the top bit, the lace inserts on the top. You probably heard dishwasher. Sup. Right, the dishwasher has shut up now. Today I'm gonna just finish off doing the insertion lace on the top here. Hopefully that won't take too long because then I can start sewing together the bottom and doing the insertion lace on that. Really? I think I'm gonna do that. I'm first gonna just do the same as I did on the insertion lace at the top. Beep beep boop burp. I feel like I'm going to learn a hard lesson to not have coffee on the table while sewing white things. But I'll burn that bridge when I get to it. Sorry, Maggie. Seven hours later. I'm like all right finished on the top. I still need to do the straps and the closure. So I think what I'm gonna do is first insert the insertion lace in the legs and then stitch them together, then add ruffle. No, actually, I'm going to do a fitting before I add the ruffle just in case. I just need to figure out which lace I'm actually going to use for the sides. This is the one that I'm going to use for the waistband. This is the one that I used for the top insertions. And this is what I'm going to use for the ruffle. It's like slightly longer. And then I've got like a small one that's kind of similar to the waistband one. This one needs an iron. I tried to tea dye it. It didn't work. It just turned out kind of pink. I'm like considering doing this one because it's a straight line. But then I'm also like, then I can't use it around the legs. So I don't know. We'll see. I'll figure it out. Oh shit, I need to figure it out now. What's the next step? Yeah, that's not... Okay, scrap that. I'm not doing the scalloped one down the sides because there's not enough of it. So this one's going down the sides. Oh well, that's easier for me. I don't have to sew the scallops on. I can actually do this one on the machine. Now that I've attached the front and back of each leg together by the insertion lace, I can close the legs. Since underwear before the 20th century wasn't closed in the crotch, I'm only stitching the inner leg seam and not the crotch seam. This allows for being able to go to the bathroom without taking off all the layers and the corset. And I can then gather the drawers to the waistband. I've got the drawers, I've got the chemise, and I'm now ready to combine them. You know, since they're combinations. I'm going to now combine them. I've gathered up the chemise part, and I'm just going to line it up with the markings I did. I am now starting on the ruffles for the legs, and I've cut out really long piece of fabric, and I am now attaching this bottom lace, and I'm just going to stitch them together. I'm just going to stitch it on the machine, and then I'll have to gather however many meters this is. I've attached the lace, and now I just need to do an ungodly amount of gathering. So I'll see you next year. That wasn't funny, but yeah, it's gonna take forever. Dun, dun. I'll tell you a secret. I did the other leg last night, gathering it, and I think it took me like 4 hours. So I'm hoping this one will take less, but honestly. And now comes the most tedious part, which is stroking the gathers, basically to make them kind of line up so that they're easy to sew over and they're about the same size. Makes them all nice and neat. And then it's just gently pulling the little gathers with the needle so that they're nice and even. I'm lining them up so that the gathers are somewhat even. Now I can pull this pin out. And since I pressed down the gathers, they should stay semi-firm. And then I'm going to fasten the thread again so it doesn't loosen completely. And then I can just evenly distribute the gathers along between these 2 points. A little stitch and trying to catch every gather between the gathers, I guess is. So I've added like the kind of the lace band that goes across the legs. I was gonna do it in this one, but I thought this one was a bit too thick, and also I don't have enough of it. Instead I went for this one. I'm not quite sure if I like it. It's a bit lumpy. I'm gonna do the waistband first and then I'll come back to this and have a think about it. Pin on the floor, where'd you go? Oh, I see it. I'm gonna do the waistband. I've got that bias cut, kind of circular waistband that is on the pattern. I've ironed this lace so it's just slightly curved, and then I'm gonna stitch that on top. I want the waistband to be strong enough to, you know, hold the bottom part of this because the lace isn't very firm, like it would just stretch out of shape. And then I'm gonna put, I think the blue one. I think that would match nicely with my blue outfit I'm gonna make. Beep, beep, waistband time. So I'm just making sure that my waistband is nice and strong, and then I'm just gonna gently whip stitch the lace along the waistband. I think I'm ready for buttons now. I've got these lovely little seashell buttons. I think they would look lovely. I'm gonna do button loops.